Hey everyone, it's Granny here. Wanted to jump on and talk about Madeline Kingsbury, where she was the Winona, Minnesota mother of two missing, and she had been last seen dropping her children off at daycare with her ex-boyfriend, who they lived together, but she was in the process of leaving him, kind of thing. Well, they have identified a body as being hers. It was found near Mabel, Minnesota, and her ex-boyfriend is in custody. So before I go into more of the details, we're going to take a quick look at what News Nation had to say.
Right now in Minnesota, an autopsy confirming human remains found off of a highway are those of Madeline Kingsbury. Police arresting her ex-boyfriend, Adam Prevel, after the remains were discovered. Now, he is facing a second-degree murder charge. Kingsbury vanished on March 31st after she and Prevel dropped off their two kids at daycare. We want to bring back Jonna Spilbor for more on this. Jonna, thanks for staying here.
My pleasure.
Why not a first-degree murder charge here?
So in order to charge that validly, they would have to prove some sort of premeditation. And I got to tell you, Natasha, how often do we have to see these cases where partners are killing partners? And it's typically the male portion of the program killing the girlfriend or the wife. And he's not just a boyfriend, he's the father of their two children. So it's all too common where you have somebody who has the motive, the means, and the opportunity to kill their lover, which is what happens, right? If you share a pillow, you share children, you share a relationship, you have the means and the opportunity. What's the motive here? I think that's going to be the next step in this investigation now that they've shown that the remains are, in fact, Madeline Kingsbury.
Yeah, and let's talk about that latest development. Those remains found, Wednesday afternoon in this area of brush off of a highway there. They did work fairly quickly to identify these remains. What is the significance to this case now that they do have a positive ID?
So we need that, right? I mean, I know you don't actually need a body to prosecute, but it sure is helpful when you have them, because at least then you can prove that there was, in fact, a killing. And from the preliminary reports, it looks like there was evidence connected to the suspect, Fraven, I think his name is, Fravel. There was evidence connected to him that got them to the body, and that obviously is going to be crucial. Now, it doesn't necessarily prove that he is actually the culprit. We're in the very beginning stages, but come on, it's probably more likely than not that he is when you've got that kind of evidentiary connection to the dead body.
Do you suspect that she was likely killed somewhere else and then her body was taken to this area of that highway?
We see that more often than not too, right? I mean, we know, what we at least know is he was in her presence the day that she went missing. He admitted to being at her house. He admitted to being in a vehicle with her. So, it's more likely than not something happened in a familiar area, and she was taken away so that he wouldn't be caught. That's their tip out of every playbook, similar playbook for husbands and boyfriends that do this to their wives and girlfriends.
What do we know about the children in all of this? There's a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old who is caught up in just this terrible situation.
Yeah, so what I wanted to know is why, right? I want to know the motive. Motive is never an element. You don't have to prove it, but why would he kill the mother of his children? There is a rumor that there was a custody issue going on, and he, in fact, has since filed a petition before they found her remains to get sole custody of the two children who are with her parents. So I'm thinking that's a road that investigators are going to want to go further down.
Okay, Jonna Spilbor, always appreciate your time. Thanks so much for being on with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so basically, they're saying that he was charged with second-degree murder in the disappearance of Madeline Kingsbury. His name is actually Adam Fravel. He's 28 years old, and he is the father of her two young children. So, second-degree murder, we don't know all the ins and outs of everything. And remember, guys, He is considered innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. At this channel, we will not consider him guilty. I want to be clear on that. We can agree to disagree if that's the case, but we will always consider him innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. What is really sad and something to keep in mind here is that a woman lost her life. Children lost their mother. And, she was young. She was way too young to be gone so quickly. So I wanted to just touch base with you guys. We will go ahead and follow this trial as things get going here. They've been looking for Madeline, as many of you probably know, for quite a while now. And I first reported on it a while back because she was missing. And I hate to see that. I hate to see that happen. So let's keep her family in prayer, or her sister Megan Kingsbury. She's been kind of a spokesperson. So we need to keep the family in prayer, those children in prayer. And, it wouldn't hurt to keep the investigation in prayer, because we want justice for whoever did this to Madeline, whether it's Adam or someone else, okay? And we want Adam to have a fair trial, whether he's innocent or guilty. So there you go. There you have it. You guys have a wonderful night. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We will talk to you on the next one. Thank you for watching another episode of Granny's Crime Busters. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe and like and even share the content. You can follow us on any of our other social media platforms at YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We really appreciate you guys, and you can also email us at grannyscrimebusters@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.